Hello, my lovely Tauruses out there. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to your weekly reading. This will be for the week of the 1st to the 7th of July. I was ill last week, so you might be able to hear that in my voice. I finally have recovered. I gained my energy back, so I'm back doing your readings. So let's dive in. Let's see what's going on for you guys this week. For my lovely Taurus, please, Spirit, let's get one more. Okay, so the first card I did see as it flipped out, it was deep knowing. Okay, this is about following your gut instincts, following your intuition. There's something that you know, all right, you have a deep feeling about, and this is asking for you to trust your intuition. Okay, sometimes this card comes up when it's about, again, taking action on something that you know. So some of you may know where you need to go, but it's just you've not taken action on it. Maybe you know what you need to do, you know what you need to change, whatever it is in your life. We'll see how it comes up. This is about taking action on it. Okay, make sure you're following it, not just thinking about it and dreaming about it. You're taking action on it. You then have the Imagine card, which is all about a new beginning, entering a new level. That's what it feels like. It's like a new chapter is what you're rising up into. This is a good card. It kind of reminds me of Judgment, where it's about, you know, moving on from an old chapter, an old cycle, learning the lessons from it, and being able to move on up, like ascending, like it feels like you've learned a lesson, which is interesting. Maybe that's what the deep knowing is about. You're understanding at a core, like a very soul level, what lessons a past chapter brought into your life or a situation. So that's quite nice. Of course, Imagine is saying imagine. Make sure that in this new chapter, you're thinking even bigger than you can imagine. All right, because you're able to bring that into this reality. Okay, so let's carry on with this. For some of you, it might be about maybe you knew that a new chapter was happening, or that you have passed some sort of test spiritually. All right, let's see. For my lovely Taurus, 7th chakra. My goodness, are you guys so psychic this week? What on earth is going on? You have the 7th chakra, which is literally right on the top of your head, and this is the chakra where, if it's open, you're able to communicate with spirit and receive their downloads, receive their messages, heightened dreams, and all that kind of stuff. So like, I feel like for a lot of you, maybe you're like really actually becoming psychic, or maybe you're I don't know, you're connecting definitely to spirit. You have daughter spirit. So for some of you, you might be able to see more spirits. Your chakras are opening up here, which is enabling you to feel more connected to the universe. Okay, daughter spirit. It does feel like, I feel like you're being congratulated for something in the spirit world. Like we have that dove bird, peace, but it feels like a spirit. Bear with me, I read with the visuals, but it feels like that's your spirit team, or maybe someone in spirit is like opening the door and they're greeting you here. If you're dreaming about like a past loved one, that is them. They're coming, and they're coming to visit you. That's what it feels like. All right, let's carry on. Please, spirit. Or maybe there's something about your dreams that are trying to tell you something. All right, for my lovely Taurus, please, spirit, this week. Instinct, which is like your gut instinct. Guys, what's good? All of this is like intuition. The spirit world, the veil is lifted in your life. You have instinct. Trust that you know where you need to go. Your soul's already looking in all directions. It knows where you need to go. You know where you need to go. We have this like repetition of this moon being behind you, meaning like that's your intuition guiding you through maybe some sort of darkness or whatever. I'm just going based off of the imagery of this card. You are this wolf. So maybe some of you might feel a bit alone. Like I just heard like lone wolf. You know, maybe you do walk the path alone, maybe. Or again, it's about trusting in yourself and in where you're being guided. Okay, trust in your calling. It's really important. And then you have release. Now, release comes in with different kinds of messages. For some of you, again, because we had Imagine about you ascending, you rising up, it does call for surrendering to something that's already taken. What's the word they're showing me? taken its course in your life. So for some of us, for some of you Taurus, with the release in this card in particular, it's about releasing blame, whether you're blaming yourself for something, you know, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. It's also about releasing any blame that you have over others. This is almost like moving out of stagnation and blame and pointing fingers, and actually being able to move forward somewhere. This is no place to be. As you can see, she's in a graveyard, so, which is also kind of linked to the spirit world too. So I don't know. Are you guys starting to, I just feel like someone out there that I'm speaking to is absolutely opening up their intuition to spirit, maybe becoming like a medium or a more clairvoyant, clairaudient, or all of the clairs. Like this release though is something, maybe it's a fear you're having to release. I'm absolutely sure it's going to come up in the rest of the reading, so we will move forward as we're speaking about it. But I feel like it's like surrender to the past, surrender to what's happened, or surrender to something and allow yourself to release it, fears, worries, doubts, and follow where something is taking you. It's really interesting. This card has not come up for ages, so it's so nice to see a different card here. You have frog spirit coming through. Clear out the clutter. That's kind of reminding me of why she's kind of covering her ears. She's trying to stop herself from listening to all the voices that are kind of like blaming her over a loss or over some sort of ending of a chapter. So again, some of you, this could be clearing out the mind if you're blaming anything, or if your thoughts are kind of spiraling in things that just are not serving you. This is a really good time to release that. But clearing out the clutter could even mean that maybe this week you're okay, they want me to say, because this is also about your emotions and your feelings. So similar to what I said with your thoughts, there is this internal decluttering going on, which is amazing. You're purging old feelings, old emotions. They're showing me something, and this is actually quite disgusting. What they're showing me is like, kind of getting rid of all that body fluids. Like, I don't know why they're mentioning this to me, but you know, when you're sick, and you've had sickness, and they're referring to the sickness for some of you, like this is like, certain beliefs and subconscious beliefs that may have, again, like caused you, I don't know, but basically the body is doing its thing. And I'm seeing phlegm. Like, I know that's really disgusting, but it's like kind of releasing things that have been clogged up for a while. I don't know why they're using that imagery, because for some of you, it's just about purging emotions. If you need to cry this week, absolutely cry, Taurus, because something is being released. And they're showing me that your body and your gut instinct, like this deep knowing, some of you need to trust in your body, because something about it knows how to heal, or something about it knows how to bring something out. I don't know what this is. This is kind of like, I feel like that's why they're saying to surrender, like something about your body, or something is taking its own course. It's naturally coming out. Allow it to surrender to it. Don't suppress it. Don't feel like you need to do anything. You have time to heal. Amazing with this snake spirit. And spider spirit, which is like, make your dreams real. Make your dreams real. You're weaving the web for something. You're definitely in a healing period. I have to say that too, because you have time to heal and clear out the clutter. And I was getting that sickness vibes. Like, I was ill last week, so I can definitely speak for myself. And like my body just naturally took its course, and my body naturally got rid of it. So like my body knows how to do that. I don't know how to do that. I don't consciously know how to heal myself when I had the flu or a fever. My body, all of our bodies are doing things with their own brains, their own minds. So it's almost like your body has its own mind. Whatever the problem is, it has its own mind. You don't need to know how to fix it. It's going to fix itself, because that's what it's wired to do. That's what its natural instincts are. It's so random, like, and I want to kind of go off on a tangent a little bit, but I don't want to like alienate anyone. So I'll just say it for, I've never given birth, so I cannot speak for myself, but I will speak about some experiences I've heard a lot of people talk about. And it's just like, they tell you to push or whatever, and you have like people helping you to do all of that kind of stuff, but really your body knows how to eject a baby. That's what it was built for, you know, for the women out there. So it's like it follow the instincts, follow what your body's telling you, not necessarily what other people, other professionals are telling you. Follow what your body is telling you. Like, I don't know who needs to hear whatever this is. Like, this can be clearly very spiritually, okay? Fear is coming up this week, which is so interesting, because we said about releasing something, and what you're being called to release is fear. Another thing you're being called to release is also envy. Okay, Scorpio had that as well. The affirmation for this is, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Okay, so let's not compare our lives to other people. Everyone is different. You are on your own unique path, and it's gonna look unique. Okay, so fear here says, I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So empathy, I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. All of that's coming up for you guys this week. Let's get you Whispers of Love deck. For my lovely Taurus, your reading is going to be one of the like weird spiritual like metaphors, to be honest. But when the tarot comes out, we'll probably ground these energies, but there's something going on in your soul. You guys have new love coming through. I don't know if like hypnosis is going to be a good idea for you, because that's really where we are allowing our like body to kind of do its thing. I don't know, like it feels like I need your fearful mind to be under a trance in order to allow the other side of you to kind of like come out. I don't know what they're talking about. You have new love coming in, Taurus, so embrace an opportunity for love in your work prospects or for spiritual growth. So this is not just about romance. Some of you could definitely, you know, come across a soulmate here, but or bring new love to a current soulmate. But this really feels like, I mean, it says new love for love in your work prospects or your spiritual growth. So for some of you, we are seeing a lot of spiritual growth coming in. So I will say it really does feel like that. You're bringing new love into your life, new empathy. Maybe you did run on envy and fear, but now you're coming into empathy. It feels like you're unlocking some sort of like, not just intuitive knowledge, it is that, but it's like divine knowledge that you're coming into access to. Like you're reaching this epiphany. Relationship patterns. Some of you could really be recognizing where you might be attracting in the wrong kinds of people and where that's coming from. Like I feel like you're really, some of you, the world is being a little bit of a mirror to you at the moment, and I promise you there's something to learn from that. Like I don't know what it is in your life, so it's hard to say, but it's like observe. Make sure you're observing. Like relationship patterns, it takes strength to recognize the need for change. Sometimes it's just putting our foot down, saying no to people. Sometimes it's about actually healing first before going into relationships or whatever it is. Maybe you're understanding, if you're in a current partnership, where you need to change. You know, maybe you were blaming your partner this whole time, and then you realize like, why am I even doing certain things that I'm doing? Like, I feel like this is really about taking accountability for something. Or maybe you're recognizing maybe you're with the wrong person for some of you, but that's not going to be for everyone. It really is about, and if you're single, then again, you're just reflecting. And this, again, like we said before, passing a test of some kind. So interesting. I feel like you're really getting over something that may have been hard for you to get over. I'm using that because that sounds not the way I want it to sound. Okay, well, let's carry on. I have one last oracle. This is so interesting. Your week is going to be really interesting. All right, for my lovely Taurus, you have playfulness. You also have enchantment. Okay, something is enchanting you here. Like, again, which follows that instinct. You're being lured somewhere, and you have nature. Make sure you're getting out into nature. Spend some time by yourself in nature. Okay. Let's dive into your tarot and see how this makes sense in your world, if we can ground these messages. So let's see overall energy for Taurus and their week. King of Cups came out for you. Ten of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. Emotionally, there absolutely is some sort of victory going on. Ten of Cups is you really thinking about the future and also just really celebrating something quite happy this week, which is nice. There's a lovely rainbow. This is like the rainbows come out when the sun finally starts shining after some rain. So the rain represents hardships. You're coming out the other side of it and able to celebrate that there are good times ahead. Usually this is also a card about people. So maybe there is some happiness amongst family or within a community here, or just you thinking about achieving that could even just be the case here. King of Cups as well. Emotionally, you're feeling super stable. The King of Cups is very intuitive as well, by the way. Water signs tend to be, if you have water in your chart, I don't know, it doesn't even matter anyway. Whoever I'm speaking to, you are clearly opening up your intuition. You're gaining a lot of knowledge and wisdom over your feelings and emotions, and I'm hearing your heart space too. Okay, the clearing the clutter to do with your feelings and emotions as well. Whatever it is that you're doing this week, you are staying above your emotions. You're becoming a master of them, and you're also not allowing them to. So you could be crying about something that happened like 15 years ago, you know, but you're above it. You're just releasing that energy. Like you're purging something completely. That's really what I want to say. And becoming emotionally intelligent, which you probably already have been. But I really just get this beautiful energy. You're the Nine of Wands. This is this kind of being on edge a little bit, feeling a bit defensive, or feeling kind of protective over yourself, which is fine. I will clarify that card, to be honest. It's the Wounded Warrior. So you guys have been through something that may have wounded you. Okay, but I think your focus again is on feeling those feelings and focusing on happiness in your future. So that Nine of Wands feels not that much of a blockage. You have the Four of Swords, which is that healing, like we've said. Okay, focusing on your health, emotional health, addressing certain hurts and pains, and healing is really important for you this week. Let's grab you some light seers so it can clarify this. Why is the King of Cups here? The Ten of Pentacles. If you're in a relationship, I mean, it could be with a fire sign, Leo, Sag, Aries. It definitely feels like there is some love coming through in a relationship. I don't know if you're putting more love involved, or you're seeing your partner differently, or they're seeing you differently. But the Ten of Pentacles being in between you both, which I'll move away from love, so don't worry. First, I mean, if you're single as well, you could even be thinking about the kind of person that you want to be with. But there is this beautiful stability and loyalty in between these two energies. So I do love that. Some of you could definitely be thinking about your future self and becoming more confident, and maybe taking an idea and making it something that can be profitable. The Ten of Pentacles again is really about financial freedom. So that clearly feels like a goal for some of you as well, and definitely something that you're able to achieve, maybe with a partner, or again, just by stepping into this Queen of Wands energy, which is about confidence, having confidence in yourself and your ideas. The Ten of Cups is the Hanged Man. So it does feel like you're looking at something differently. Again, this feels like that deep knowing. This is an intuitive card. So it's about focusing on looking at something differently and getting enlightenment from looking at something differently. For a lot of you, it's probably to do again with a relationship, with a family, or again with a future goal of yours. You're thinking about it differently. What is the difference? What's different about this perspective? The Page of Swords can be again about releasing some kind of blame. Page of Swords is really about diving deep. I always resonate this card with like feeling triggered at times. So similar to that release, you could really be pushing a lot of blame either on yourself, you know, I'm the reason why I'm not, you know, and it's not helpful. This card is not helpful unless we're learning from it. So for some of you, you know, again, them, as I've been saying, there may have been a lot of blame coming from a place of fear. But it feels like you're looking at it differently. And I think you're really kind of understanding deeper what really you want for your future. Maybe it was a little bit like materialistic before. Now you're really prioritizing the happiness or something to do with something that was making you triggered. You're seeing it differently and it's helping you to achieve happiness now. Okay. The Nine of Wands. The Knight of Cups. This is interesting Because it feels like there's a little bit of worries about wearing your heart on your sleeve. If it's not you, it could definitely be someone around you. Let's get one more for this. The Three of Swords. There's some pain here, and when it comes down to maybe opening up about these feelings and emotions, some of you could absolutely be having a conversation with somebody to clear the air, or again to fix something if it's a relationship, or I don't know, some of you could be opening up about certain past things that you've been through with somebody. You feel like it's necessary for whatever your reason is, but there's a fear around wearing a heart on your sleeve because you're scared of it getting broken. Some of you are really seeing something that may have, again, been like you hiding behind some sort of like ego, which is completely normal. I'm not saying that to call anybody out. Sometimes we create this very hard persona. I don't need anyone. I don't need anything. But inside there is some loneliness there, and a part of you that wants to be loved and wants to be seen, for example. Or a part of you that pushes people away, but you really love and care for people, but when it comes down to people loving and caring for you, it's like, get away from me. Why? Because it means vulnerability. If you allow someone into your life, or allow yourself to care about somebody deeply, or to even tell people what you've been through, like there is some vulnerability there, and you're afraid people use it against you, or there is fear. And this fear is blocking you from really achieving true love in your life, whether it's your intensity of loving yourself. Maybe there's been a blockage there, Taurus, on really loving yourself deeply and truly and to your soul, or between you and other people. There's a fear of wearing your heart on your sleeve because it's still a bit broken. Or there's a fear of it breaking. This is that wounded warrior vibe. But the Nine of Wands, though, I still see you doing something that makes you feel vulnerable, which is good. That means you're making progress here. I feel like you're coming out of a really big comfort zone. I feel uncomfortable to my stomach. When you have to say something, I don't know what you guys are doing, but whether you're just coming to this conclusion yourself, it's so uncomfortable, but it's so necessary, and I think it will be liberating for you. Right. What is this? Let's carry on. What's the challenges that Taurus might face this week? The Two of Wands. Thinking about the future could be a bit of a challenge for you. We will clarify as we go along. Queen of Cups and the Hermit. And the Four of Swords stays there on the bottom of the deck still. So the Two of Wands and the Hermit and the Two of Swords have been coming up for a lot of people, actually, which is really about making decisions based off of your higher self and what decision you would make as if you've been through the situation already. It's about coming from an intuitive perspective, using your intuition, but also using your wisdom as well. I feel like I want to say like you've been here before, and I feel like you know what decision to make, which absolutely is clarified by all the rest of the cards about following where you need to go. Even if it doesn't make sense to people, I think you know where to go to make your dreams come true, and that might actually lead towards this Two of Wands. The challenge is not so much the future. Let's clarify. Two of Wands. Why is this in a challenge position for Taurus? The World, the Sun, and Knight of Wands. Well, whenever good cards are in a blockage position, maybe we're delaying it. Okay, the Sun, the World card is absolute success. Okay, so a brand new beginning, definitely expansion, but I'm actually seeing major travel coming up for some of you guys. The Two of Wands may be about finally needing to actually take action on it. Maybe that's the decision that you guys have to make, is by actually following a dream, having this new beginning and following playfulness. Because that Knight of Wands is playfulness. It's optimism. It's being youthful and fun and courageous, but following things that make you happy. The Knight of Wands is a very adventurous, loves the adventure. So it follows that. It's always curious, always wants more. And this is an energy that's coming up for you guys. Maybe you guys will be studying something, or definitely traveling for a lot of you. You've been called to have fun. Some of you could absolutely be moving like to a different country But whatever you're moving towards is absolute optimism, a very optimistic, fun energy, which is lovely. But it feels like you're having to make that choice now. And your gut instincts already knows. It's just maybe that's the fear that's coming up here. Two of Swords, please. What is this decision? The Knight of Pentacles. Decision is about action. Page of Pentacles. I always say the Page of Pentacles is like putting your first foot into something. So, and I always say with the Two of Swords as well, when we make this decision, it's either one or the other. Like when you make this kind of decision, it means that maybe you have to let something go in order to move into something new. And the Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles kind of affirms that. It's about learning something new, stepping into a brand new experience, one that you've never been in before. Maybe a new way of making money, a new job for some of you, maybe you become an apprentice again and have to, learn as you go and then build up on your finances again, or your position or your status, whatever it is. This tells me that you will make swift progress. The Pentacles is always the slowest moving, but it's the most grounded. But because you have the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles together, I feel like it will happen a lot quicker than you think, the progress that you make. So if you start your own business, for example, you quit your job, that's the sacrifice, that you're having to make in order to pick the other thing, starting your own business. Then you have to start from fresh, you have to start learning new things. You're in a different position now, you're in a different role. But I think you're going to get the hang of it. And again, the Hermit here is saying you've been here before, you've done this before, if not in this lifetime, absolutely in another one. And that's where your instincts are going towards. Anyway, the Queen of Cups is here as well in your challenge position, which is about either a love interest, because we do the King and Queen of Cups, but it can also be about a side of you that, again, your emotions might get the best of you sometimes. The Star, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Sometimes you do question yourself, or you do lose a little bit of hope in maybe what you're capable of achieving. This is an Earth sign card, so finally the Earth energy is showing up here. The Star, this feels like the person that you want to become, being more stable, being in a luxurious position, maybe a financial position or whatever. This feels like the kind of person that you want to become. And the Star is that wish fulfillment. And the Wheel of Fortune is kind of, I feel like I want to say to you, you are completely capable of becoming whatever you want. Whatever this Queen of Pentacles represents to you, you probably already are that person. It's just sometimes maybe your feelings and emotions make you feel a certain way. But the Wheel of Fortune, it's luck. It's the wheel turning in your favor, especially with the Star card here. I see that you are going to get a wish fulfillment, but the challenge is maybe you are feeling a little bit more emotional at the moment and not grounded, but that will happen with time. The Wheel of Fortune is always turning. This is a part of your fate to be where you want to be. Again, the Make Your Dreams Real is telling me it's already real. It's just in the future. Like you've already achieved what you want to achieve in the future. So if you believe that, you have no need to fear anything of, not getting your dreams or goals. I feel like you've already done it. You just have to be in alignment to it. Your advice, Two of Cups, focusing on your connections. Make sure you are giving time and energy to your loved ones. The Two of Cups is also about mutual relationships with others. So make sure that the relationships or people that you're giving time and energy to and your love to are people who give back to you. Judgment and the Eight of Wands, there's definitely some clarity coming through for you guys this week in a form of communication from somebody, whether it's good advice or you having a really important conversation with somebody. I do see that it's going to take things forward for you. Again, entering a new chapter. That Imagine card and the Judgment, I did say, were the same card for me. So there is surrender, there is truth, there is clarity coming in, and that is your advice as well, is to surrender. Okay, allow yourself to let go of your body so that you can ascend. That's just a metaphor. These souls are releasing, their caskets, their coffins. They are letting go of their bodies so their soul can move on. Your soul is moving forwards into a new chapter. So you're having to let go of your current reality so that you can align to this new reality for a lot of you, if you're catching my drift. Eight of Wands, movement, travel, things are speeding up. So that's your advice. All right, my angels, a weird reading. I will say you're going to feel very like, this feels like it's very important for your soul. Hold on one second. 30 minutes. That's why my screen turned off. Anyways, this is really important. Whatever it is that you're doing, again, trust your gut. Just if you're part of you is just like, oh, I just really want to sign up for this retreat, or I really just want to say something to this person, you know, I'm not expecting anything out of it, I'm just going to say what I need to say. Like, I don't know, just trust your gut instinct when it comes down to making that important decision as well. Again, there's something about, you already been here before. I don't know why they keep saying that, but it's super important. Anyway, my angels, I love you guys. Wish you all the best. I send you my love. Please let me know if it resonates, because this was kind of a crazy reading. But I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you guys next time. All right.